Spain for sure, because history-wise, Portugal is not quite the same as Spain. Spain are more used to winning than Portugal.
Ronaldo warned us about this Spain team, but nobody listened.
Of course, he's a football legend. I have huge respect for Cristiano. I will do my job, which is to try to win, and that's it.
Most people thought he was just showing respect before Portugal faced Spain. He wasn't, because since those words, Spain have knocked Portugal out of the World Cup with a 91st minute winner. Survived Belgium through another late knockout goal. Completely shut down Mbappe, Dembélé and France to reach the World Cup final.
We let the midfield too much time to play, and at the end of the day, they have quality to play. It's part of the game, it's part of my game, it's part of my life, and as a captain I have to take all the responsibility.
Spain just destroyed, annihilated, evaporated, humiliated France on the biggest stage at the World Cup. They made them look horrible. They made them look average. They made them look like a team that not even on the same level as them, not even on the same playing field as them.
And they're now just one game away from becoming world champions. This is a team that won every match at Euro 2024, broke records, rebuilt itself after years of heartbreak, and somehow became even stronger after losing a final to Ronaldo's Portugal.
I want to apologise to Spain. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. I underestimated you. I underestimated the ability that you had, the defensive nous you had. Fuentes, I want to apologize. I said to myself, your style of play is boring. I don't see what you're doing. I thought France would walk over Spain. I said it's going to be convincing, it's going to be 3-1, and I apologize because what I just witnessed there, am I shocked? Yes.
Lamine Yamal is the superstar everyone sees, but Ronaldo wasn't talking about one player. He was talking about something much more dangerous. A team where every movement has a purpose, every substitution changes games, every player sacrifices for the next, and even the biggest stars know exactly when to disappear so someone else can become the hero. So what did Ronaldo see before almost everyone else? This is why Spain have become the most complete team in football world, and why they might be about to start another football dynasty. Luis de la Fuente took over from Luis Enrique in December 2022, and on paper it looked like a strange call. No Champions League pedigree, no history at Barca or Real. Most of his real work had been done down in Spain's youth system. Turned out that was the whole point. This was a man who'd already won a European title with Spain's under-19s, another with the under-21s, and an Olympic silver at Tokyo 2020, with basically the same generation he was now inheriting at senior level.
But Spain, we know they're good on the ball, but they've been super organised defensively this tournament. Only one goal, that was the game against Belgium. And for most part of this game, they looked solid tonight. A really professional performance from Spain.
He wasn't scouting Oyarzabal, Marino, Olmo and Unai Simon off club stats. He'd raised them. He knew exactly what made each of them tick. That's why some of his early calls looked odd from the outside, but made total sense from his seat, sticking with Fabian Ruiz even when his club role wasn't turning heads, picking Oyarzabal for his brain and his pressing rather than just his goals, using Marino as the guy who could physically change a match, and when Yamal arrived, De La Fuente didn't wrap him in cotton wool as some prodigy to be protected. He handed him the right flank and built the attack to isolate defenders against him. Here's the important bit though. De La Fuente didn't throw out Spain's possession identity, he sharpened it. The point of keeping the ball stopped being just keeping the ball. Yamal and Nico Williams hold the width and drag the opposition's backline apart, which opens the middle for Pedri, Olmo and Fabian. Fullbacks started overlapping or tucking in depending on the winger. Midfielders actually arrived in the box instead of admiring the move from outside it. The ball moved forward earlier. Spain were willing to go before the low block even set. And it wasn't just the ball. Spain topped Euro 2024 in tackles, 88, and recoveries, 290. This wasn't the same old possession snooze fest. It had real teeth. Lose it, and the nearest player was already closing you down before you'd controlled your first touch. That balance won them a genuinely historic tournament. First team ever to win all 7 games at a single Euros, 15 goals a record, 4th title as a nation. Croatia and Italy shut out in the group, came from behind against Georgia, outlasted Germany's battering to win in the 119th minute through Marino, flipped the France semi, and when England levelled the final, Oyarzabal came off the bench to win it in the 86th. Different problem, different round, same team finding the answer. That's not a fluke, that's a system. Federation clearly agreed, extended his contract through 2028 in January 2025. Then Portugal happened. The 2025 Nations League final, Spain led twice, Zubin Mindy, then Oyarzabal, and got pulled back twice, Ronaldo levelling in the 61st, before losing the shootout after Diogo Costa saved Morata's penalty. Nothing was tactically demolished here, but 3 cracks showed. Transitions got exposed the moment the press was beaten. Spain couldn't manage the game after regaining the lead, and this time the bench didn't rescue them the way it had all the previous summer. De La Fuente didn't overreact. Same identity, tighter details. Qualifying proved it. 5 wins, 1 draw, 21 scored, 2 conceded, a 6-0 hammering of Turkey, and a 30-game unbeaten run that broke the national record set under Del Bosque. Marino and Oyarzabal finished as joint top scorers, and Spain still ground out a draw against Turkey, missing Rodri, Pedri and Yamal all at once. So the Spain walking into this World Cup isn't just Euro 2024's winners running it back, it's that same team, plus everything Portugal exposed about them. The only question left, did they actually fix it, or did Portugal just hand the rest of the world the blueprint? And unexpectedly enough, Spain's World Cup opened with a warning, not a statement. Cape Verde, first ever World Cup appearance, and it finished 0-0. Spain had the ball all night, couldn't find the door. Pico Lopez threw himself in front of an Oyarzabal chance late to preserve the point, but no panic, no hopeful crosses. De La Fuente treated it as information, more speed, earlier passes, strike before the block sets. Saudi Arabia got the response, 4-0, and the real story was tempo. Yamal opened it in the 10th, Oyarzabal added 2, and Al Tambakti own goal finished it off. Yamal held the width and dared the fullback to pick his poison. Step out, Olmo or Porro exploit the channel, stay narrow, Yamal turns and runs. Uruguay was a straight brawl. De La Fuente later admitted his side could barely string 3 passes together under that pressure. Spain won 1-0 anyway. Baena scoring in the 42nd, Rodri holding it together on pure positioning when the passing game wouldn't function. 7 points, 5 scored, none conceded. 3 tests, 3 answers. Austria came pressing high like a Rangnick's side. Spain won 3-0. Austria managed 0 shots on target, and Unai Simon picked up his 5th straight World Cup clean sheet, 519 consecutive minutes, breaking Zenga's 36-year-old record. Not really a goalkeeping stat though. That's Rodri screening passes and the backline stepping up. Simon's just the last domino. First Spanish World Cup knockout win since Iniesta's 2010 final winner. Then Portugal, the team that had already beaten them on penalties in the 2025 Nations League final. Ronaldo called Yamal a player with a very bright future, but made clear Portugal were planning for the whole machine, not one teenager. This wasn't Spain at their silkiest. Portugal defended smart and kept it level into the second half, until Marino, off the bench, scored in the 91st. Torres slipping him through, clinical finish past Diogo Costa. Simon's run stretched to 609 minutes, first team ever with 6 straight World Cup shutouts. Portugal had scored twice on them in a final. This time, nothing. Belgium brought chaos of a different kind. Tielemans injured in the warm-up, Courtois forced off mid-match, and Pedri left out entirely for Fabian's physicality and Olmo's movement. Fabian scored in the 30th, Ketelaere equalised in the 41st, ending Simon's run at roughly 650 minutes, Spain's first goal conceded all tournament. Spain didn't blink. Marino, again, under 2 minutes after coming on, pounced in the 88th, 2-1. First World Cup semi-final since 2010. Then France, Mbappe, Dembele, Olise, Barcola, Doué and Cherki waiting in reserve. Spain didn't just beat them, they strangled them. Yamal, a day past his 19th birthday, outthought Dean for a penalty Oyarzabal buried. Rodri covered over 12.5 kilometres and built a defensive triangle that left France's attack barely touching the ball facing goal. Porro made it 2-0 off a pocket Olmo carved open. Deschamps admitted afterwards Spain was simply better. 7 matches, 6 clean sheets, 2 goals conceded all tournament, unbeaten in 37 straight matches decided outside a shootout dating back to March 2024. This isn't 2010 with better boots. That team had certainty. You knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it. This one has range. Yamal isolating a fullback, Baena floating centrally, Pedri tightening control when needed, Marino turning knockout games from the bench. Ronaldo saw it coming before Portugal even played them. Now everyone's watched it happen to France too. Spain are 1 win from the World Cup, not because they have the best individual on the pitch, but because they've built 11 players who each know exactly who they are and how their movement makes the next man better.